Only thing with the White Sox, I say they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.
What is going on, guys? Oh, well, Ryan disappeared. There he is.
There we are.
He gone. There he is.
So you guys obviously know who T-Bone is. Ryan, you haven't seen in a while, but he is one of the original co-hosts of this podcast from way back in the day when it was,
True.
What the hell did we call it? The Moose and Davis show?
Something like that. I can't remember anymore. It was.
Yeah, we don't need to go that far back. We've changed
A lot of reiterations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are MB3 now. So before we get going, you can catch us on Twitch, on Facebook Live, and YouTube. Also live. We have our Twitter going and TikTok that T-Bone handles. We've got some good quality content over there that we'll be working on. And then we will be starting with today's episode. We will be putting back on Spotify, Apple Pods, and Google Pods. So if you can't catch us live, you can catch the audio on your way to work or whenever you want. So it'll be good.
And if you don't fucking tell anyone, all right? If you don't, and you just think we're pieces of shit, you don't gotta tell nobody. That's fine. Just do your thing.
So we'll ease into this, and I said I had a random question for the pod today, and I also told them it involved a video game that all three of us participate in quite a few times. Yep. So outside of Ellie De La Cruz, the set 3, what is your favorite card to use in Diamond Dynasty for the show?
Oh, that's not hard. Ryan, do you need to think? Because I don't.
No. I think I got who I want.
All right, go ahead. Tell the people.
Well, it's really any set that he's involved in, whether it be the core, whether it be set 1 or set 3. But I really like the Christian Yelich, not just because he's a Brewer, but he's just got a really sweet swing. And I just end up breaking with him. Like, it doesn't matter what card it is. It's just like I can hit at least 400 with him and hit a couple home runs a game. He's just solid all the way around.
Okay, fair enough. I agree with you with the Christian Yelich. He's a very nice card to use, but not my favorite. So T-Bone,
my favorite, Corbin Carroll, 99 overall Corbin Carroll. That guy.
The All-Star one?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Mine's a little off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What is yours?
Mine is
fine. Yeah, go ahead. Go.
All right, fine. Ryan will attest to this because it was also one of my first cards that I actually earned. It was the Kaiju Matt Holiday card. He absolutely rakes for just me. People disagree with me all the time, but I absolutely love that card. I have the most home runs with him, consistently get hits, but Shohei has been a little bit of a different level lately. I parallel 3'd him in about like a week. So
yeah. You keep telling me every time. You're like, he just goes nuts.
Pitching, hitting. He's a good contact hitter, and not only good contact, he'll crank it out of the yard too. So I like that card. But Matt Holiday is my favorite card.
Now that I think about it too, like if I was thinking for another pitcher, the Professor is still really solid.
If you get in the higher tier, he dots everything, and
that thing makes me laugh harder than like somebody swinging late on an 89 mile per hour sinker. Because anybody else, they're cranking it, but for them, they're falling away, and it's hilarious. It's just so much fun to use because he's like so against the meta of 103, 104 mile per hour fastball.
So accurate.
Well, and you have the sinker that goes 89 to 92, I think, and then he has a curveball that drops all the way down to 68 miles an hour. So it's tough to hit them.
He was my 5th pitcher before John Donaldson got dropped, and so then Donaldson took his place. But I'd never face him because no one puts him in the lineup, and then they're like the higher you get, the more patient people are, and they'll just sit there, and I'm like, I don't throw balls, not with him. It's dotting the corners left and right, and it's like
people hate hitting against me.
They just sit there, and they get rung up. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's a good one.
All right, that was my random question. I figured we ease in with something that all three, since we have Ryan today, and all three of us play the show quite frequently. Shall we dive into the immaculate grid right away?
Thing, I will pull it up.
There we go. I will add it.
Here, buddy. Is that good or do?
There it is.
There we go.
Beautiful. That's perfect.
Okay, so for those that can't see, because this is a little bit different one. Not different, but same concept, just different one than we did last week that had the team logos. We got the Eagles up top, Lions, and 1,000-yard rushing season. I don't know if that means for that team or like in their career.
I would
So, like for example, LaDainian Tomlinson played for the Jets. I don't know if we put LaDainian Tomlinson would be considered if they had to have a 1,000-yard rushing season on that team. I don't know.
Okay.
I've done the baseball one, and I think it's
when they're on that
for
team?
their career.
Okay, I think it's for the career.
Yeah,
so, can we take the obvious Dallas Cowboy rusher off and make it actually interesting for us?
Can we put him for the Arizona Cardinals?
Hold on. Time out. We gotta look at the other side. We got the Jets, Cowboys, Cardinals.
I got the Eagles and Jets right away.
You should have the Eagle. Well, I got a couple.
Can we? I'm gonna start with Sanchez, Mark Sanchez.
Okay. Do we want to try to go low? Do we think we can get someone lower? Because I thought.
Are we going for rarity score?
We can go for rarity score. Let me think.
I don't think there ain't no rarity score in this thing.
No.
But we know percentage.
Yeah. So Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys and 1,000-yard rushing season could go for was it DeMarco? No, DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray. You can use him for either of those two squares.
Wait, hold on. Couldn't you use Sanchez for the Cowboys and the Eagles too?
Did he play for the Cowboys? Yeah, he did. He actually started for the Cowboys for a couple weeks. I think that was the Romo days. Was that the Romo days?
Okay, let's try to get your Eagles out of the way. So, do we want to go Sanchez?
Vic,
Mike Vick counts for that one.
Tebow counts for that one as well. Again, Tim Tebow.
Does he?
For the Jets? That's right. I have a Jets Tebow jersey, and I know for a fact he played for the Eagles. He may not have started for the Eagles, but he played for the Eagles.
You're sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
what?
Wrong.
What?
Wrong.
He definitely played for the Eagles.
How the hell? That's because they only have 2 years of his career, which that was his Denver Bronco days.
That's ridiculous.
What the hell?
That's not cool.
Because I do remember.
Not true. I can bring up proof of that shit. All
right. We'll go Sanchez.
Okay, so yeah, Mark Sanchez 100% played for both. All right. There's your rarity. All right.
Okay, so let's figure out which one do we know is like, hey. Because we're not going to be able to guess them all right now.
No, at this point. All right, Detroit and Jets. I feel like it's a running back.
Who?
I feel like Detroit and New York.
Detroit, New York.
I don't know why running back is itching at it.
Ty Johnson. Johnson.
There's a name.
He got signed by Lions. I don't think he ever played for him. But I know he signed with them.
Yep.
There we go.
That's a good one too. All right, New York Jets 1,000-yard rusher, Frank Gore.
Do we think this is?
Because you go Frank or you go LaDainian, you can go
Matt Forte.
Le'Veon Bell.
Matt Forte.
Okay. I think it's got to be when they're on the team. Like Curtis Martin did it when he was a Jet.
Well, let's do Curtis Martin then, just to make sure.
Okay, because we don't really have guesses to.
I just need a handful of them. Dallas Cowboys, DeMarco Murray. Or do we want to use them?
Terrell Owens? Ooh.
Yeah.
Marco, we'll go. Who do you think has a bigger score?
Probably T.O.
I would. I think they're going to be yeah.
Okay.
All right. Lions and Cowboys.
I got
Ooh.
nothing right now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling receiver for some reason, but I don't think. What do they have right now?
What about quarterbacks?
That play for both the Lions.
Like, try to think of the Lions' shitty quarterbacks.
Did David Blau play for the Lions?
No, but
David Blau played for the Lions.
He played for the Lions and the Cardinals.
He played for the.
Oh,
He
there
did.
you
He got
go.
cut. He got cut for Hard Knocks last season.
What about Rosen? Rosen's been all over the fucking place.
Rosen hasn't played in Dallas, though.
I don't think
John
he played in
Kitna?
Detroit either.
Kitna?
Kitna.
Was Kitna?
Ooh,
was Kitna
yeah,
Cowboy?
Kitna.
Kitna.
Yeah, Kitna.
I'm like, Jory Harrington, no. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, we'll leave this one
1,000
blank because that's easy. Zeke.
Zeke's
Emmett-
the easy one. I
Emmett
definitely
Smith.
feel like we could get.
I was thinking Emmett Smith.
I was
Emmett
also-
Smith, Tony
Emmett Smith.
Pollard. Like, we know this one.
I want to try and think of a harder one than that, but
Okay.
Arizona
Cardinals,
and
Eagles.
Philadelphia. Nick Foles. No. Nick
No.
Foles didn't play.
Zach Ertz.
Well, yeah, Zach Ertz is the easy one.
Bradford.
Bradford.
Ooh. All right. Okay. We can think of a couple harder though, right? Like
Yeah.
Lions and Cardinals. Blau. I think Blau would be a good one. Ooh. You know who's a good one? Who's
Who?
not known for either of these teams? Adrian Peterson.
Oh fuck! God damn it!
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. You're definitely
Yeah.
right.
God.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
Adrian Peterson, baby.
But which one?
Yeah.
But which one? Arizona
Right.
Cardinals. Did David Johnson put up 1,000 yards rushing for Arizona?
I'm pretty sure because that's how he
That
got
one
his
year
bag,
he
isn't
was
it?
like
Didn't he do
relevant.
1,000?
Yeah.
Did he have 1,000 receiving, 1,000 rushing one year?
That sounds right.
And that was arguably the
Yeah, and
reason
then-
that
and
they,
then-
they made the D-Hop trade.
And then the next year he like was going to be number one in fantasy, and then he got hurt, and he never was good again.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I
They
can't
used
think. I
that-
don't think James Conner put up 1,000.
No, he did not. Believe me, I can tell you that much. He scored a lot of touchdowns.
Oh, we're not going to get one of these picks, are we?
Ooh.
2015 to 2022, wouldn't it be?
No,
He's still in the league.
no, he's not.
Is he not in the league?
Well, he has been in the league for a hot minute.
I can't even look it up because they'd be cheating. I'm still mad about the Eagles Jets one. Arizona Cardinals. I'm trying to think back. I can't.
Kevin
Why can't I think
Cobb.
of
Kevin Cobb. I
Yep,
thought
there it
that
is.
guy was
That's
going to
it.
be a starter.
that?
Kevin fucking Cobb.
So did I.
I thought this guy was going to be so good. Ass.
He's so ass that he can't even get a picture. We've been knocking it out of the park with players that don't have a picture. Okay, Arizona
bingo on that.
Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals 1,000-yard rusher that's not named David Johnson.
Edrin,
David Johnson definitely did.
Andrew James.
Edrin James. That's the.
Yeah.
They're two best running backs ever. Edrin James, Otis Anderson.
I'm trying to think of like an obscure. Who was their running back immediately after David Johnson? It wasn't Connor right away.
No, they had. Didn't they have
No.
like the long-haired guy,
They had the guy who went to the Dolphins. didn't they?
Hightower?
Did they have D'Angelo Williams at some point?
No, they had Hightower.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tim Hightower.
There it is.
Yeah.
He was like a goat for 8 games.
But did he hit 1,000?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like
I
David
don't
Johnson's
think
it.
so.
Just put in Edgerrin
But
James.
which one? Okay.
Edgerrin James is the easy answer, and then Dallas Cowboys. We should have gotten this. We should have gotten this. We got fucked on this one.
Cool. You can see possible answers.
91 for both for the Jets and
Let's
the
see.
Eagles. Holy crap!
Yeah, we knew all this. We had that. Ooh,
Darren McFadden.
That would have been a good one.
Oh yeah, that's a name.
All right. Not bad, team.
All right.
Not
Julius
bad.
Jones. Who the hell is
8
Julius
for 9
Jones? I don't
on
remember.
He was like
both.
2016?
I couldn't tell.
Who?
Ooh.
Darren McFadden? Darren
Oh,
McFadden made his
here's
name.
here you go.
It was David Johnson, Zach Ertz. These
Here's
are
the most
the
popular
Oh,
one.
Matt Prater. Duh.
Josh McCown.
Hey, he played.
Matt Prater?
Yeah.
Oh, that one makes sense.
Kickers.
All right.
Roy Williams, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All
Like,
right.
obviously, it
Stop
like,
this.
makes sense now. Like, duh, how did I have to think of that?
All right.
All right. Well,
You guys handle this. I got to make a quick phone call. I'll be right back.
all right.
Okay.
Well, we can start with some MLB talk, but I'm letting Ryan lead on this one. You want to start with the trade that was just made today for the Brewers?
We can start with that. We got Carlos Santana for a minor league shortstop player. I can't remember his name. Let me pull up the trade real quick. I think it might not have my face up there anymore.
Sorry. You'll come back to
Carlos.
this, I promise. So the trade that was made today was Milwaukee Brewers acquiring first baseman Carlos Santana from the Pittsburgh Pirates. 18-year-old shortstop Johnny Severino heading back to Pittsburgh.
Oh, heading back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so we get Carlos Santana a little bit, as you had said, a little bit of pop in the bat on
Yeah.
first.
He's batting like 235 right now with 12 home runs, 53 RBI. So you're not gonna. He's not gonna be a world beater. He's 37. Like he's
Mhm.
definitely a little bit over the hill.
Mhm.
But if you're looking at it from the Brewers standpoint, you need an extra pop in the bat. He's a switch hitter. He's got power from both sides of the plate. He's not gonna. I'd be shocked if he hits 20 home runs this year. But at the very least, you got Owen Miller right now, who's been on a slump this month. He's got 1 home run and 6 RBIs for July.
Mhm.
You've got
Abraham Toro. He's
Abraham
been
Toro.
spot
He just
coming
came back up. Yeah, he just came up from the minors. I forgot who we sent down for him, or put on
Who?
IL.
We
Abraham
talked
Toro.
about the trade that the Brewers made today.
Dog shit.
It's not dog shit. It's not
Maybe
exactly going to change the needle very much either. But it's not going to. It's exactly what they need to a certain extent. Just like another guy who can play first base. But when Rowdy comes back, that's going to hopefully change. He'll hopefully figure out his power stroke again. But
Mhm.
it's a lot of ifs and a lot of for what you gave up. It's nobody. But basically, you're renting a 37-year-old, so it's nothing you really can say too much about it.
Yeah, dog shit.
Shut up. What have the Cubbies done? Have the Cubbies done a damn thing?
We're on a 5-game winning streak and we're beating the fucking Cardinals 5-0 right now. We're about to be
Oh my
5-0.
God, you're beating the
We're gonna
Cardinals.
we're gonna be 3.5 games back. Suck my nuts.
Hey, the Cardinals have been killing the Diamondbacks the past few series.
Hey,
So
Yeah, guess
That's
what? We
good
just
news.
swept the White Sox. Fuck them. Fuck those people from the South. Fuck them.
and they blew up. They blew up their pitching rotation as well. They got rid of who was it? Reynaldo Lopez and shoot, I can't remember
Lucas
his name.
Giolito just got. Lucas
Yeah,
Giolito.
he just got dealt.
Yeah,
I swear to God, if Tom Ricketts sells off our superstar center fielder, I'm gonna kill someone. I swear
are
to
you,
God.
are you
if
talking
we-
about Bellinger?
Yes, I am fine with paying him in the offseason. No problem. Don't trade this motherfucker.
I think I from what I hear, Bellinger is. I know the Yankees are interested in him.
Don't give a
Looking
shit.
for another, looking for some
care.
outfield help on left field. They're just trying to figure out a little bit more bats because without Judge in their lineup, they're pretty ass. But I wouldn't be
yeah,
With
surprised.
Judge in the lineup.
They're not great. They're not great.
Well, comparatively to their division, they're not great.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest division in baseball right now because I think the
Aren't
Yankees
they all
have.
over? They're all over 500, right?
Yeah, I was gonna
think
say
so,
Yankees are over 500 and they're in last place. The Rays have lost 8 of 10, and they're in second place.
Baltimore's
The-
in first.
Baltimore's in first, and the Orioles have been killing it this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bellinger gets moved for some decent prospects. It's the perfect time for the Cubs to cash in because you don't know what he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna reach this form.
He's a former MVP. He's 28 years old. We could sign him a 5-year deal. I'm fine with
you. You won't though.
For half a year, production so far. Granted, if he keeps progressing throughout the end of the year, then you sign the bag. But like he's also been down for 3 years. Like what do you?
And he loves Chicago. The only problem is that he's a Scott Boras client, so he's going to demand a lot of money, which is fine.
I mean, you guys have the cap
who else
space
are the
for
Cubs
it.
paying right now?
Ian fucking Happ, dog shit. Seiya Suzuki, dog shit.
Oh yeah, Seiya.
They're both hitting below average what they're supposed to be. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Have you guys paid Nico Horner yet?
What?
Have you paid Nico Horner yet?
Not like his full arbitration, but I think he's on. He's. This is only I think this is only his 3rd year up.
Oh yeah.
Because
you guys just paid Dansby too.
Yeah, but that's fine. Dansby's in his 1st year, and he's living up to every part of that. Yeah, Nico's only 26. I'm looking to see if I can get a service time.
I don't know if Bellinger's in the long-term plans. I'm very happy to see what Bellinger has done, even with the Cubs, because it's like I never not liked the guy. He just hit a really bad spell. Same with Yelich. It's really cool to see kind of like that 2018 MVP race between those two again. I've seen like, oh, this is the potential that we wish we could have had this whole entire time.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Bellinger like literally just turned 28 like 2 weeks ago, so it's not even like he's an old 28, like literally brand new. Nico's only 25, so I don't.
I just I think of those guys and I just think they're like really over the hill. But yeah, Bellinger was second-year player when he was challenging for the MVP.
Yeah, so what was that 5 years ago? He was 21, 23?
Yeah.
So it's like, they've been around for 5-6 years. It's kind of like Juan Soto. You're like, oh, he's only like 26. It's the same thing.
Juan Soto,
he's been playing for 8 years.
Right.
Yeah, and Juan Soto had the breakout.
Harper is just now being 30. He's been in the league for
that's wild to
a decade. He's been in the league a decade. So I just always I guess maybe I'm just like a little pessimistic because I'm always worried that he was dog shit. He ate a lot of fucking money with the Dodgers because he was batting .206 with 13 home runs and 45 RBIs.
Oh man!
If I were the Cubs,
hurting from.
If I were the Cubs, I'd sell high on him. And
but you're only selling on but you're only selling for a half season, knowing he's going to hit free agency, knowing he won't re-sign. At least, you're selling a guy who's been batting .360 for the past 3 weeks, and there's people drooling all over him. The Yankees will overpay for him. They overpaid for Harrison Bader. Yeah,
but they're not everybody.
They're not giving us. They're not giving us Dominguez or someone that we actually give a shit about.
You wouldn't be. I would be surprised if they wouldn't give up. If they give us
Dominguez, fine. I'm okay with that. But Volpe's up now. Volpe's not a prospect anymore. He's their starting shortstop. He's in his rookie year. I get it, but they're not setting Volpe. They're Dominguez is the only one that. But I don't think. I mean, Dominguez is what the number a top 5 prospect in baseball.
I think he was. I don't know if he is still.
I don't see the Yankees giving up a prospect of that caliber for a halftime rental when the guys literally said, "No, I want to be in Chicago."
Fair.
Believe me, I didn't think we were going to win 5-6 in a row and then be within legit striking distance of the wild card, but they are. So it's what does it hurt if you just play it out? Maybe you try to be a buyer. I don't know.
It'd be interesting because I don't even know what type of direction the Cubs are really trying to go in. They have so many interesting pieces that I don't know if it fleshes out to being a playoff team or a really close fringe team. And if it's a fringe team, is it worth holding on to some pieces that may not perform well next year, but you really don't know? It's just kind of an interesting spot that they're in.
Right. I mean, it's their pitching. Their pitching has carried them 100%. And now the bats are starting to pick up Like Bellinger, like you said, the last month. But I mean, on the season, he's hitting 320. So for the season, he's doing great. Dansby's a little down in terms of production, but
he started off the year really hot, if I remember.
Yeah. But I mean, Dansby, he's not doing bad. I don't think he's like. I don't look at his contract and be like, "Wow, this guy sucks now." Like, no,
Like,
not at all.
I think this is what we expected from Dansby. Like, I think last year might
Yeah.
have been a little bit of an outlier, but like hitting like
He's
around like
consistent.
250 with like 20 home runs and plus defense is what you're really getting out of him.
I mean, yeah, him and Horner locking down the middle are just.
I love Nico Horner. I wish he was a Brewer, but like
Mhm.
it's never going to happen. But like Nico Horner is probably the best defensive second baseman in the league.
Probably. I mean, and I like the fact that they signed a shortstop and didn't do the Javi Baez thing where they moved him from second to short. Well, as a Cub, it went well, but having both, like having a really good like contact hitter and defensive second baseman is phenomenal. We haven't had a good leadoff hitter in fucking since Dexter Fowler in 2016. So
Yeah, that's true.
I like where we're at. I don't want us to just start selling pieces just because our team is fucking the richest owner, one of the richest owners in baseball is a cheapskate because he is really annoying.
Yeah, he really is. That's why like I subscribe more to the idea that Bellinger's going to get moved because like I don't think he wants to pay him like that. Like whether or not Bellinger wants to be there, but no, it's we've got like a week.
Are the Brewers going to go after anyone else?
Not to my knowledge. The only player that
Likely.
I thought maybe they would go after Brandon Drury if they didn't go after Giolito yesterday. Brandon Drury is second baseman for the Angels. He's got versatility all over the infield. He can play third, he can play second, he can play first, and I think he can even play the corner outfield positions as well. He's very versatile. Hits for pretty good average. Was linked to the Brewers back when he was playing with the Reds last year. Before I forgot exactly where he went to on a rental and signed with the Angels this year. But now that the Angels are going full in push, which I don't know if you guys saw. Shohei just got pulled from the game for cramps in his side. They're going to send him for MRIs, I think.
God forbid the guy pitches a shutout and then hits 2 home runs. God forbid he takes a little bit of a break. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely not getting traded. They've already said that they're not trading him anymore. They pulled
and they
that.
shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't. If they're even remotely
unless they were
competing,
getting a bag. If they were getting a bag, then trade him. But
honestly, how far out from playoffs are they?
I don't think they're
the Angels.
The Angels. They're not terrible. They're not out of it by any means. They're 3 games back of the last wild card spot.
No, yeah, they're probably got I'd say a 1 in 6 shot of making the playoffs.
Are we totally sold that the Rangers are taking the West?
No, you never. I don't think you can be because the Angels are still there. Or not the Angels. I'm sorry, the
Astros.
Yeah, the Astros are always they're going to make a big move. I think they're going to go for a center fielder. And
speaking of the Rangers, they acquired Aroldis Chapman. Is that a needle mover in any way? Kind of shore up their bullpen a little bit?
Well, it's kind of ironic because he just blew up against the Astros. Was it last night or the night before last? Gave up 4 or 5 runs in an inning. And it was kind of like everyone was kind of clowning on him from the 2017 World Series or World Series game, the ALCS, where he gave up that home run to Altuve. They just kept replaying that, and I think if it was Aroldis Chapman 5 years ago, maybe, but not right now. He's so over the hill. He's 34, 35 now.
So do we see any big pieces, big time players on the move this deadline?
Shohei was probably going to be the guy, and now they're not.
Yeah.
Bellinger was probably the best hitter, and that's probably now going to be less likely that they sell.
Yeah.
Well, considering their winning streak, they're probably not going to sell. They're trying to get hot, so if anything, they might turn into buyers. They might turn into buyers. Yeah, well.
But who are they going to buy? Their pitching staff is fine. They just need to gel.
Who's their closer? The Cubs.
Um,
The Cubs.
The Cubs?
Albert Alize, or however the fuck you want to say it.
Mhm.
yeah.
Alize or Alizle or Adbert, whatever. Yeah.
But it is going to be a
according-
competitive run in the Central down the stretch here because the
according
Reds.
to- oh,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
According to my sources, I've got the Padres are willing to listen to trade offers for Machado and Juan Soto. So
Why?
I think they've just been underperforming so much.
The whole team's been
Uh,
underperforming, though. It's not
yeah.
just those two.
It's not just those two. Like Soto's been fine, I guess, to all things considered. He's still got his like 1,000 OPS or 1,000 plus OPS. Machado's been down. What was it? Xander Bogaerts has been down. Fernando
Tatis.
Torres or Tatis Jr. He's been, when he's not being an idiot, he's fine, and he's not using steroids. But I don't know exactly what they want to do. I know Hader's on the block,
Which makes sense.
because he's been the best relief pitcher I think in baseball, in my opinion. He might be on the move somewhere for a rental. I would assume if we were going to have any big pieces being moved, it would probably be coming from the Padres camp.
Fun
Yeah.
fact: Juan Soto is actually only 24.
Oh, he's only 24.
I was gonna say he started playing when the Nationals won the World Series, right?
I think
That
it
was when he
a
became
year or
notable.
two before. Yeah,
He might have came up.
He started.
I don't know,
No. He was 19 years old
When the
in
Nationals.
2018. He played. He was in six. He played in 116 games and had almost 500 plate appearances at 19 years old.
good lord.
I thought he was super young because I remember people just
Yeah.
clowning him when they won the World Series because he couldn't drink in the clubhouse.
Yep.
All right. Well, shall we talk some football, boys?
I guess we could do that. Might as well.
Or do you guys have more to get off your baseball chests?
Nope, I don't.
No, I think we're good.
Shall we start with the NFC or AFC?
AFC.
AFC it is. All right. So we've done this for the last 2 or 3 years now, where we do each division. We did it in the past, one division per episode, but we're going to kind of couple them together. So we're not going to take entire episodes and bore you guys with one division an episode. So we're doing our preview of the AFC North and NFC North divisions today, starting with the AFC North, which is the Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, and Pittsburgh Steelers. I would say the AFC in general is pretty strong when it comes to just like quarterback play, wide receiver play, running back play. But this is as black and blue division as it gets. And I think top to bottom, outside of maybe the Steelers, you can maybe take out of playoffs. I think the Ravens, Bengals, and Browns are all at least playoff contenders. Maybe they're not Super Bowl contenders, but what does that look for?
Interesting. I got I'll kick it off. I'll kick this off for you. I got the Bengals number 1.
Is it close?
I got the Steelers number 2.
Oh,
I got the Ravens number 3, and I got the Browns going back to poverty number 4.
I think you can flip the Ravens and Browns because I don't
That's
believe
fine.
in anything that Lamar Jackson is capable of doing.
Yeah, but now homie got paid, so now he can go get hurt and do wild joystick type shit.
Yeah, and then you have
So-
Tyler Huntley out there again.
What's up? No
The
problem.
GOAT.
Don't matter. Lamar's not going to protect himself no more. Lamar got paid. He's guaranteed. He can get hurt and get paid. It don't matter anymore. He's going to be dumb, but exciting.
It will be exciting. I will give you that. And they
They
added
got
some.
Zay Jones.
They got Zay Jones. They have Odell Beckham Jr. And
Irrelevant.
but they
Not
did
big.
lose some pieces on the defense. They didn't get Marcus Peters.
Ray
the Raiders.
Lewis.
What?
Ray Lewis no longer there.
No, he's definitely no longer there.
I'm just,
Newsflash.
I'm just saying.
You're not
am I
wrong. You're
Am I
not
wrong?
wrong.
He's no longer there. Just saying.
I mean, they signed Melvin Gordon, which makes no difference to me. That does nothing because J.K. Dobbins is the starter. Nobody's taking J.K. Dobbins' spot.
I don't know about that.
Who else in that running back room is going to take Dobbins' spot?
Dalvin Cook.
They just
I
signed
think
Melvin
anybody
Gordon.
signed
Why would
Melvin
they grab Dalvin Cook?
I don't know. No one likes running backs these days.
That's that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We should have just led with that. Shit.
Well, no.
I mean, is there? I mean, they had a solid draft. They drafted a Clemson middle linebacker or inside linebacker. They got Zay Flowers, who could possibly be the best wide receiver in the draft if he had a capable throwing quarterback. There's better wide receivers. I understand that, but it was a pretty loaded, maybe not loaded, but there was some good top end wide receivers coming out of this draft. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Dog shit.
I had to throw that. I just had to throw that in there real quick. But I mean, where do you want to start? Do you want to start at the bottom and see what they're capable of with their schedules, or do you want to just keep talking about additions for the Ravens?
No, I mean,
departures really, they didn't lose a whole lot outside of Marcus Peters.
I don't think we got to go through the schedules. I think how do you guys see the division shaking out? So like I said, I got Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Browns.
That would be the safe bet. I do think the Steelers could be an interesting team, mainly because I want to see what Kenny Pickett does in year 2.
Oh yeah, Kenny the Thrill. So what do you got? So are we all in unison that Bengals are number 1?
I think it's a healthy margin, number 1.
The only thing that I'm worried about with the Bengals is just how bad the injury was to Burrow today. It was a non-contact.
I've heard cramps.
Could be cramps.
So
I always get nervous about non-contact injuries. So
I got inside sources. I'm being told cramps, and that and then I saw a report that him and Jamar Chase had this look that like, yo, I'm good, bro. Just
strained calf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Strained calf.
I saw a calf issue. Is what I'm seeing.
Non-contact calf injury.
Okay.
So
what do you guys got for number 2? What about number 2? We got Bengals. Boom. Next.
God, that's a crapshoot for number 2.
Yeah.
I know you think the Browns are going to be dog shit. I think Deshaun Watson with a whole offseason in the room. I honestly think Myles Garrett's still playing defense, DPOI candidate every year.
Who's his masseuse, though?
Don't worry about it.
He's he's settled into the city. He's got
throw that off.
I'm just saying, he's right. He's right. He's in the city.
Yeah.
He's got his massage therapist, consensual, non-consensual thing going. Just saying.
They have options at wide receiver now. Deshaun Watson with a full offseason with Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and Donovan Peoples-Jones, with David Njoku, who has, I think, entered top 10 tight end in the league now. He is a good receiving tight end.
I don't know about that. I've always been high on him, and he always disappoints me, so he can go fuck himself.
That's because you drafted him for fantasy.
There.
You guys only look at fantasy.
Fun fact, you don't have our names. You don't have our nameplates up, by the way.
When did those disappear?
How are the people going to know who we are?
It says, it's because I have a banner up. Hold on. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey.
So David Njoku last year, 58 receptions for 628 yards, 4 touchdowns. It's not bad. For a tight end, that's not bad.
Yeah, we do. Some people do, Diamond, okay? Some people do. New people, they don't know who Ryan is. New people don't know who I am.
Also, most people don't know if they're coming from Twitch. They actually don't know what my actual name is.
Right.
I don't use my actual name very often.
What do you?
Also,
use?
that's down below
Sean
here
Watson
is Brew. This is Brew under here.
Whoa! Don't use my government.
Whoa! Don't use government names. What are we doing? Whoa! Put the camera tags.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't.
My the sad thing is my gamer tag is the podcast.
Well, that's fine. That means you're self promotion over there.
Self-promotion.
Oh, I could do that for Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is? One of my workers just pulled into my house. That's weird.
Wait, they pulled the car into the house?
Well, not like into the house, but like pulled into the driveway because I live where I work.
Oh, okay,
Cam, I think
whatever.
it's fair to assume like Kyle Davis is your real name. It is his real name. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Everyone docks him right now.
Oh wow, these guys are going in. I love this. But okay, so
Diamond's
Kyle,
he's just gonna
all
talk
right.
shit. He's just gonna talk shit about me the entire time.
Kyle, are we honestly gonna say that you're taking the Browns number 2? Is that what we're going with?
I would say that I'm taking the Browns number 2 because I don't believe in Lamar Jackson that much. I believe that
That's
Deshaun
fine.
Watson will return to what he was with the Texans. He won't be as elite, but a hair of a step down.
Okay, that's fine. All I'm
Dynasty
saying,
Chat.
hello, chat. I am just going to write them down so I can tweet them out and be like, what do you guys think? And then we can go back and revisit. So, Ryan, who do you have as number 2?
I'm going to say, considering that they were basically a quarterback away from being a decent team, maybe a quarterback and all line away, I'm going to say the Steelers is my number 2.
Thank
I
you.
think the defense for the Steelers is just they're probably the best in the division.
That's a tough defensive division. Outside of the Browns have a good defense for a front seven. The secondary isn't great, but I do think the Steelers defense is leaps and bounds better than most of the division.
Like you can make a case for the Bengals maybe having a better defense, but like I don't know how you can say anything about T.J. Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick kind of anchoring that.
Fuck the Bears.
I tried to time him out. I can't because he's a mod like I am.
He is a mod. he is definitely a mod.
I know. So am I. I couldn't get him out.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Soup looks delicious tonight.
Hell yeah. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Okay, so then, Kyle, do you think the Browns or the Ravens are going to be better? Are you saying the Ravens are in dead last? That's what it sounds
Well,
like.
no.
So you think Steelers are 4?
This division's so.
You're insane.
It really depends on Kenny Pickett. Like, who is he throwing to this year? He's throwing to.
Who gives a shit?
Pickens, Deontay Johnson, and Allen Robinson. And
it's motherfucking Kenny Pickett. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
That man fake slid, and they didn't call it. He can do
Plus,
what he wants.
they easily have the worst offensive line in that division. They have nobody of note on their offensive line. He's not going to have protection, and I don't see it happening for the Steelers. I think the Steelers come in last place again this year, but I also think that last place spot is still probably 500 or just above 500 at 9-8. I still don't know if I'm used to the 17-game schedule.
Interesting. I disagree with your points, but whatever. Ryan, who do you have as 3rd and 4th?
3rd and 4th, I have the probably go Browns Ravens.
I like that.
Kind of banking on the fact that Lamar is going to get hurt week 7.
That's a safe bet. At this point, it's a safe bet.
Lamar Jackson's going to light the world on fire for the first 3 weeks because nobody knows their defensive schemes yet. You're still trying to figure out your teammates, trying to see how everyone's coming back from being off for so long. So he's going to throw 340 yards, 350 yards, rush for 200 yards in a 2-game span. Everyone's going to be like, oh, he's the MVP. He does it every year. Then by the time it starts getting colder, he starts getting hit harder. Everybody starts figuring out their defensive schemes. He goes right back down the shitter. It's till as old as time. I'll put money down on it.
T-Bone, can you do me a favor? Look up the over-under for
13.
passing yards for Lamar Jackson this year.
Sure.
Because I'm actually curious about this because whatever it is, I'm probably going under. He's not as bad of a running back quarterback as Justin Fields because I still think we'll get into that. Oh, the Steelers play the Packers this year? Actually, I'm looking at their schedule. Their schedule is pretty tame. They face
the Steelers?
Yeah. They get the AFC South.
Okay.
And they get the NFC West.
Okay, I
they
can't
get the
tell
Packers
you.
as their off team.
They don't really have like over-unders, but fantasy predictions, have him as 3,400.
3,400.
Yep, 3,463.
Shit. I might actually take the over on that. Because that is not a lot. That's not a lot.
Let's see.
I take the under. He's getting hurt week 7. I'm telling you.
I mean, yeah, that's. I keep forgetting that he's just going to end up being hurt.
Tyler Huntley's no way throwing for 1,000 yards.
He has at no point thrown for that many.
Lamar?
He's only hit 3,000 yards once.
Hold on. I'm trying to think if I forgot one of their receivers. I'm looking at their receivers.
Ooh.
So they have Rashad Bateman, who he should be healthy. Devin Duvernay,
Flowers, Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman, Odell,
Nelson Aguilar. I mean, that's actually he's not great.
It's a who's who of scrubs. It's names that we all know, but nobody who's done anything.
Well, Zay Flowers isn't
3
proving
years.
it. Zay Flowers is supposed to be Hollywood Brown 2.0.
Flowers and Bateman are
scrub.
fine. OBJ will be fine as a third. Like, those are 3 fine wide receivers. Do not name Nelson Aguilar as part of their fucking shit.
He's gonna be like the
GOAT.
they run, because they're gonna. I thought about what I was about to say. I was gonna say that they were gonna run like 4 wide receivers or something, and I'm like, wait a second, never mind.
No.
It's still Lamar Jackson.
No.
So where do you have the Steelers second? You have the Browns last. That's right. So you think the Browns are going to be worse than the Ravens?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's Deshaun Watson.
What? Okay, so you're reverse psychology. That's not Deshaun Watson. I still think is going to turn into what he was in Houston.
No.
He has weapons. He has arguably.
No, he does not.
Outside of the, we all know the Bengals. Okay, I'm taking the Bengals completely out of this conversation now because we know that it should be at least a four game.
Give me the Ravens receiving core over the Browns. Yep.
So one versus one. Who's the one for Ravens?
I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Is Rashad Bateman the best receiver for the Ravens?
Or Odell? What if Odell becomes New York Giants Odell?
How old is he now? 29, 30? 30?
Odell like 30.
Okay, he could. I'll take Amari Cooper over any of the receivers.
Fine. Give me the top 3. You got Bateman, Flowers, and OBJ.
Yep.
You're going to take
Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and Donovan Peoples-Jones.
No shot.
I'll give you the tight end because the tight end's a night and day difference.
Fine.
Because Mark Andrews wipes the floor with anybody not named Travis Kelce.
I don't even want the tight end. I don't need him as a receiving core. Don't even need him to prove my point. Elijah Moore is dog shit.
Amari Cooper is so much better than anybody that the Ravens have at receiver.
But 2 and 3 is probably the worst 2 and 3.
No, Elijah Moore is not that bad. Elijah Moore is not that bad. For a number 2, he's good.
Compared to who?
For 2, he's good. What? No, fuck off.
No, he's not. No. Donovan Peoples-Jones is better than Elijah Moore.
And that's my point. They will switch back 2 and 3 consistently throughout the year because I think Donovan Peoples-Jones had a pretty solid year when Amari Cooper got hurt a couple times.
Yeah, do you know where Donovan Peoples-Jones went to college?
Fuck off. We're not talking college right now. We haven't gotten that far yet.
I'm just saying.
Michigan.
That's all I'm saying that he did. I'm just saying. Like, Elijah Moore, dog shit. Who would you rather take, Elijah Moore or Rashad Bateman coming in year 2? Or Zay Flowers, who looks like to be a stud in his rookie year?
Don't even start.
Give me the young guys.
Hasn't even caught a ball in the NFL yet. You can't bank on rookies.
Upside.
Yeah, I'll agree with upside.
Give me Flowers upside over what I've seen from Elijah Moore. 100%.
So are we just going to ignore the fact that they still have Nick Chubb back there? So they're still going to load the box for Nick Chubb, and these receivers are going to have single coverage on the outside?
Yeah, we've been saying that since Baker Mayfield was the fucking quarterback.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
True.
Baker Mayfield is not Deshaun Watson, though.
No, I know, but we've been saying this for 3-4 years. Like, oh, they're going to load the box against Nick Chubb.
And they have.
That's very true.
And they haven't done shit with it.
Did Kareem Hunt ever get signed?
No.
I don't think so.
What other running back didn't get signed? Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook,
Zeke.
Zeke hasn't.
Yeah, fuck Zeke. There were so many teams that were like, oh, we're going to go after Zeke. We're going to go after Zeke. And then nobody went after Zeke. That's what happened with all of these running backs. All right. So
I'm just saying right now, if you thought Elijah Moore was good, He got drafted. He was a second-round pick 2 years ago, and he's already on his second team. Dog shit player.
Okay, but his first team was the Jets, right?
The Jets. Yep.
Okay, who was the quarterback for those two years? Zach
White.
Wilson and who?
Mike White.
Mike White?
Set an NFL record in his first career start. Go.
How many
Yeah, Mike
games
White
did
to
he
go.
play? How
Put
many
some
games?
respect on his name.
Elijah Moore played 11 in his rookie year, and he played all 16 last year. He caught 37 balls last year for 446 yards and 1 touchdown. Dog shit.
That was for the Jets?
Yes, last year.
That's still not a fair assessment. I will take Elijah Moore with a more capable quarterback this year for the instead of Zach Wilson throwing the ball. They'll have to
This guy hasn't even. This guy's been in the league for 2 years. Hasn't hit 1,000 yards receiving.
Okay,
Dog shit.
it's his second year. We're not going to talk about rookie and sophomore years
30.
because you and I are going to rehash out this conversation we had all last year about
just saying.
Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson, and we're not starting.
Garrett Wilson.
We're not doing that.
Okay, that Garrett Wilson was a stud last year
He was a stud last year.
on the New York Jets.
Yeah, because he was for the longest time he was getting single covered, and by the time that they realized that, oh man, we need to double cover, Mike White was playing, and he's a better quarterback than Zach Wilson ever was. I don't know why Zach Wilson's still on the fucking Jets to begin with, or to continue down the road. It makes no fucking sense to me. The Jets are still a shit show. I can't wait to talk about that division. Sorry.
I'm
blacked
just
out for a
saying
second.
this guy's got more catches, not more touchdowns, more yards in Elijah Moore's 2 years with the same quarterbacks. That's all I'm saying.
Garrett Wilson's just a flat out better receiver than Elijah Moore, though.
Yeah, because Elijah Moore's not good at football.
That's still not true. But all right. Shall we get into the nitty gritty of the conversation that we're here for?
What's the nitty gritty? What conversation do we need to get into?
I'm going to talk about
The NFC North.
The NFC
Okay,
North.
cool. That's fine. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
I'm gonna hold off a second because I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers out there. I do it every year that we talk about the Packers.
My feathers cannot be ruffled. Just want to put that one out there.
Your feathers have been ruffled this entire fucking stream since we started talking
I
football.
prefer stroked feathers, not ruffled. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
what the hell was the saying a while ago that we had?
You let yourself cut.
Stirring
Butter my
was it stirring,
biscuits?
but was it butter my biscuits?
No,
Or stirring my
it-
biscuits. It was stirring my biscuits or something.
Something
It was something
Something.
really dumb. It was something really dumb. All right, I am not starting. Who wants to start with the NFC North?
Ryan, you go first. You give me your 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Geez, I don't know. You give me the hardest one.
I don't know. The NFC North wasn't easy either. Outside of
No, it was a lot easier. Let's be honest. Because that was my own personal bias. Of course, I want the Packers to be number one, but do I think they're going to be number one? I don't know.
You might. We'll find out.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be a homer. I'm gonna go Packers 1, Lions 2, Vikings 3, Bears 4.
I like it.
Mm.
I mean, I'm pretty close, honestly. I just have the Lions and Packers flipped.
Okay, that's
I have-
fair. Yeah.
I have
I like
Vikings
that a
3,
lot
Bears
better.
4.
I like that a lot better, but that's still
I
not.
told you
what
I was being a homer about it.
Yeah, that's
I can't wait for week 1 because it's Packers Bears, and I just want Jordan Love to own the Bears like Aaron Rodgers has done for the last decade and a half. I want to see it.
Fun.
It's going to be so much fun. I think it's actually going to be a very good game. I also think that Jordan Love has the capabilities. He has the weapons, and he has. Now we see what Matt LaFleur is actually going to do because Aaron Rodgers, we've already been told, called a lot of the plays in the huddle. I want to see what Matt LaFleur is. There's a lot of question marks hovering over the Packers this year. With that said, the Detroit Lions, I have winning the division. What I think and what I feel are two different things. What I think is going to happen is the Vikings are going to come second. What I feel like is going to happen is the Packers are going to be second. And then just flip-flop. And the Bears are going to come in last place. Let's be honest. The Bears are going to be in last place. They're still a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yep, there it is. Yeah, throw
A
it out there.
rock is a better quarterback than Fields. I like that.
So then, do you have Vikings 2 or Packers 2?
I have Vikings too.
Okay, that's fine.
I think they got a bunch of gimme games And I think Justin Jefferson saved a whole lot of games. That defense is still historically atrocious. So I can't see them winning the division. I think people have been talking crap to me ever since I started saying this, since the season ended last year when Aaron Rodgers was going to get traded. Detroit, outside of Jared Goff, who's a capable quarterback, he has all the weapons now. Their defense is starting to get built. That defense is led by your Michigan boy, Aiden Hutchinson, who I'll give you his props. Aiden Hutchinson, great player.
Deserves the Heisman.
Shut up. Shut the fuck. If Jameson Williams can ever get on the fucking football field, that is
Suspended.
He is suspended. I do not agree with what. Right? 6 games.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is he the second best receiver in the NFC North?
Behind Jefferson?
Behind Jefferson.
I don't know about that.
Who's
that
better?
Doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right, but it is right. Who's because DJ Moore? Is DJ Moore?
Thielen?
Thielen's not there anymore. He's a Panther. He's a Panther.
Oh, that's right.
DJ Moore probably has the argument, but I would take Amon-Ra 100%.
I was going to say by the end of the year, we could be having a different conversation saying Christian Watson could be up there. But right now, as it stands today, Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think, is the second best wide receiver in the NFC North behind JJ. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of their running back room is kind of shisty. Jameson Williams won't play until week 7. Marvin Jones is over the hill at this point. And then Josh Reynolds will be stepping in, or Denzel Mims, but Denzel Mims, I don't see that happening. Local Lions fan is here to eat this up after years of mediocrity. You might have to eat your I was gonna say decades. You had Matthew Stafford and couldn't win. What, they won one playoff game? They didn't even win a playoff game. Never mind.
No,
they made the playoffs one time with Matthew Stafford, who went and left, and
Jordan
first year he won
all over his TV when that happened.
This is just the curse of Calvin Johnson and what is it, Barry?
Yeah,
Sure.
That's what. They made up with one of them. Calvin Johnson still hates them. The offensive line is decent. Their defense is actually above average. I would say that they're going to be a top half defense. I just think they're a scrappy team. I love the head coach in Detroit. I got them winning the division. Now, the Green Bay Packers, which I know this is the conversation that everybody try the curse of Bobby Lane. Okay. That's
fair. Oh yeah, Bobby Night Train Lane. Yeah.
I'll say that's Night Train, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your guys' take on how the Vikings are going to do? I know I said my piece, but what do you think of the Vikings?
I'm so out on Kirk Cousins' little stupid ass mind games in his fucking car. I am so out on that guy. So far, I was like, this fucking nerd. Granted, I think this is a
Jordan. I have a handful of them, by the way.
My bias is I hate the Vikings. I like Justin Jefferson, and I like Kirk Cousins, the human. The quarterback, no. I think.
Oh my God, I love hearing him interview.
I just love Kirk Cousins as he's legitimately a good fucking dude, but he looks goofy as all hell with these little probes on his head, reading his little thing like, it keeps my mind sharp. Guys, that's your fucking why don't we work on throwing mechanics? How about that? Let's get in the field, not your brain. You like that?
No. So offseason additions, they added Marcus Davenport. They drafted Jordan Addison. They got rid of Dalvin Cook. Like, they didn't really improve. I mean, Byron Murphy maybe for corner. Harrison Smith is getting old.
Well, don't they have that safety from last year who got hurt?
That was the Lions. The Lions. You're thinking of the Lions getting CJ.
No. From last year. No, the first round pick who got hurt from the Vikings. I can't remember his name. It's a really weird ass name. Lewis Cine.
Oh, he played a little bit last year, I think.
Oh, did he? Did he? I thought he was
Towards
out
the end of the
for-
season. Towards the end of the season.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I mean, is Dean Lowry new for them? He wasn't with. Was he with the Packers last year?
Yes.
he was with the Packers.
Okay,
Dean
so
Lowry was
that's
shit. Dean
No.
Lowry was never shit. He had a couple cool plays. That's it.
Is it a massive, ridiculous stretch to say that could the Vikings come in last place in the division?
No.
I don't think.
As
they
in
will.
no, I don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think
They're-
they've got too much
Okay.
on offense. So
Kirk Cousins isn't the worst quarterback in the division, and he's got the best probably weapons, established weapons. Well, sorry, no, not even.
They
What
have the
the-
best, he has the best receiver
And Hawkinson.
and the best tight end.
So those two guys are like no more Dalvin Cook, obviously, but
Which I actually think that works to their advantage.
and I think Jordan Addison is a better complement than Adam Thielen. So
Well, he was a stud in college.
I know it was Kenny Pickett's guy at Pitt, and then he transferred to USC for the year.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at tight ends. Yeah, Hawkinson far and away the best tight end, and I think who would number 2 be? Cole Kmet. God, that's because
No, the guys the Packers drafted, both of them.
what was it? Musgrave, and is it Tucker Kraft?
Yep. I mean, there's an argument to be made. I mean, it's probably Kmet, but who the
Right
fuck
now.
the Lions have? Who the fuck the Lions have?
Laporta?
Nobody. Laporta, who he's a rookie, so it's like you got two guys. Kmet's
Isn't he an
been
Iowa
below-
kid? Is he an Iowa boy?
Yeah.
They just. I wouldn't be surprised if he would turn into a stud. They just dole out fucking tight ends like it's nobody's business.
No,
They're basically the Wisconsin of offensive linemen.
Yeah, well, that's not going to be a thing anymore because they're going to be running spread offense this upcoming year.
True.
Shut up, Tebow. We're not going down this hole. I wanted to say one fucking word.
6 and
I
6.
saw his eyes light up.
6 and 6.
6 and 6. Don't do this. We'll talk about college football. We will eventually talk about college
Don't do
football.
what? Don't do what?
Shut
The
up.
truth.
Shut up.
I'm here for fact finding mission.
No, you're not. All right. So the Lions drafted Hendon Hooker. That's a thing. He's not going to see the field.
Who?
Hendon Hooker. He was Tennessee's quarterback.
Yeah, but yeah.
What is
He's
this?
38. So
What
it
is
doesn't
this?
matter.
Do we have trolls?
Either that or they gotta be bots, right?
They have to be bots. Oh, did you remember the last time we had a bot in the chat? Oh
That
my
shit
god,
was
that was
wild.
That was wild.
I don't know. I mean, hello, Kitty. What's up, bro? What's up?
Oh, she's
No,
not a
this
bot.
is-
She's not a bot. I don't know what the
I
other
don't
person
buy
is
that.
though.
I don't buy that shit.
Uh,
Oh, they're self-aware. They maybe not be bots. They're self-aware.
they are learning computers. Okay, so we're almost all in agreement with number 1. Me and T-Bone are in agreement for Detroit.
I mean, you can flip flop it. I just wanted to be the guy who would be like, if the Packers win, I can be like, I can rub it in your face.
What's the ceiling for Jordan Love this season? Passing wise.
Passing? Oh, okay.
4,000 yards, easy.
35.
I would say in the 35 range. And
I bet he throws over 4,000.
do we
I hope
think
so. I hope you're right, T-Bone.
do we think that Christian Watson becomes the second best receiver in the division this year?
No, but I
No.
think he takes third.
I think it's going to take a year or two for them to figure out the rhythm, and they'll kind of be. I hope it's the new version of.
Shut up.
Shit,
Ignore.
what the fuck? What? The
I don't
fuck?
know. I'm just gonna keep moving.
Yep. Don't say. Yep.
No, I'm not saying that one. Okay, I'm sorry, Ryan. I interrupted you. Christian
okay.
Watson, can he become the second best receiver in the NFC North this season?
Not this year. It's probably going to take a year or two.
Okay.
Wait for the rhythm and the timing to come back, because you get used to one quarterback, and then you have a brand new guy who really hasn't played much, Don't really know exactly. Maybe in practice is one thing, but in game time situations, both of you guys can attest as you both play football. It's a lot different. So you have to, get used to that game speed. I think maybe next year or the year after he can probably make a push, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like when Amon-Ra broke out and broke the Lions rookie record, and then last year he like established himself, and then now going into his third year, it's like, no, he's like the second best. I think Watson can take a very similar path of he's going to challenge next year, and if he continues the upward slope, like coming in, a year from now would be his third year. We could be like, yeah, hey, Watson is the third or is the second best or whatever. I
honestly,
can easily see it.
I could give a shit less if he's the second or third best, as long as the Packers win. That's all that matters.
I'm not opposed to that.
And then the Bears. What do they even remotely have going for them? There are no excuses for Justin Fields this upcoming season. He has some solid weapons. Chase Claypool, Darnell Mooney, and DJ Moore. He has Cole Kmet. Their running back room is looking a whole lot different nowadays because they went from Tariq Cohen and
David Montgomery
to Deontay Foreman and Khalil Herbert. So, I mean, honestly, they could get away with running a read option. But the thing is Justin Fields is for the Bears to actually accomplish starting to win games. He's going to have to throw the ball to these players that they literally went out and got for him. A DJ Moore, a Darnell Mooney, a Chase Claypool. If none of them are a 1,000-yard receiver this year, Justin Fields, the experiment has failed. And they need to move on and before they just bury themselves thinking that Justin Fields is the guy.
See, here's the thing I want to know is, like, they haven't had a quality quarterback. You can make a case for Jay Cutler, I guess, but they haven't had a quality quarterback since the 1980s.
I love Smoking Jay. I love Smoking Jay.
Smoking Jay's great.
I love him.
But they haven't had a quality quarterback since the 1980s. What do you think is the problem? Is it front office? Is it scheming? Is it just bad timing?
Who's their head coach right now?
Who fucking cares?
It's an honest question. Who's their head coach right now? Because I can't think of who it is.
Maybe that's the problem. We don't know who the head coach is.
They haven't had a quality. Who was their best head coach over the last 20 years?
John Fox.
Oh, it's Eberflus.
Oh, yeah. John Fox?
No, Lovie Smith. He took him to a fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah. With Rex Grossman. Ugh.
I don't have an edit.
I'm doing things now. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm missing out on all the fun. I don't have my Twitch stream pulled up.
It's not Twitch. It's from YouTube.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we have two bots.
They're
self-aware. They're very self-aware.
Well, they're both on timeout.
That's right.
So if you're the Bears, if Justin Fields doesn't throw for over 2,500 yards, and that's, I think, I don't think he will throw for 2,500 yards. Do you think
that is low number?
It is a low number, but I honestly think, like, how many times did he throw for more than 200 yards this past season? Can't be high. Can't be high.
I think he had games where he ran for more than he passed.
Correct.
I think there was quite a few.
Dude, they have backup accounts, T-Bone. They have backup accounts.
You just gotta let him. You just let him win at this point.
I mean, they're not saying anything crazy. It's fine.
Okay, all right. I don't know if I can do that. It's just a timeout. You'll be able to comment eventually.
Let's see. You're asking how many times has he thrown over 200 yards?
Yeah, this past season.
In his career. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, this isn't as high. 4 times he's thrown for over
6.
6. Why'd you have to say it 3 times? Thank you for saying it a 4th time. 6. No, if you can't throw the ball in this league, you're not going to succeed. End of story.
Fun fact: he's lost every game he's thrown over 200 yards, except one.
That's fucking hilarious.
And the
I
one
was
year,
really hoping that the Jets played the Jets played the Bears this year, just so we can hear one more time that Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears.
So, like, is that just like garbage? Like, I wonder how much of that is garbage time then. Like, how much? It's like 100 yards at the end of the game.
well, I can tell
sudden?
you, in his fourth game of his career, he threw for 209 in a 24-14 win against Detroit. The next time he did it, he threw for 291 in a 29-27 loss to Pittsburgh. Then he threw for 224 when he lost to Green Bay, 45-30. Threw for 285 when he lost 17-9 to Minnesota.
85. Oh, that makes sense. Never mind.
The other two times they were both like one was a 1-score game, the other one they lost by 9. So not like blowouts outside of the one Green Bay one.
If you're the Bears, if this season is a failure with Justin Fields, do you get rid of him? What do you even do with Justin Fields at this point? Because what was he, a top 10 pick?
Fields?
Yeah.
Wasn't he 10?
I think he was 10. But like, what if this season's a failure? Do you just keep milking into Justin Fields, keep thinking that Justin Fields is going to succeed, or do you try and go get another quarterback? You don't have a ridiculously bad roster. Justin Fields is just incapable of throwing the ball.
You trade him for Mitchell Trubisky.
Fair.
I like it.
I mean,
you call up Jay Cutler.
Say they start 0-6.
Jay,
Coach is fired
already. Are they going to
already.
straight up tank for Caleb Williams?
But that's the thing.
Well, what do you do with Fields?
You tank for Trubisky. You tank for Fields. What do you can't do? I don't think the answer is in the draft anymore for them. Obviously, whoever their scouting department is for
but their
ass.
GM is only going into the second year, so he didn't even draft Fields.
No.
Ryan Poles didn't draft Fields. So to my point, if they start off bad, Poles has no affiliation to Justin Fields. He can say, "Fuck it, you're gone."
He could.
And then go draft the guy he wants, and then it's in a vicious cycle.
Oh, that's unnerving. I kind of want to bring it up on screen, but I don't at the same time.
I want to see at least.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
This
Why
is
not?
hilarious.
All right, I'm doing it. That's why.
I love it.
I'll take it.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, same question. I'm going back to the Packers for a second. How long, if Jordan Love doesn't succeed immediately, how long is his leash? 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years?
2.
I would say 2. Yeah.
I would probably say 2. Because so if he has a bad year, and I honestly think they're still missing a wide receiver. They still need one more guy.
Depends where Dobbs ends up. Depends.
I think he ends up as the number 2 wide receiver for the Packers.
Which is fine. No, but I'm saying where is he at the end of this year? Are we saying Watson is legit the number 1? Dobbs has made enough where we're comfortable with him being the number 2. Or do they got to try to find someone?
So I think next offseason they're going to get someone either through the draft. Are they just going to keep drafting people, or are they going to grab somebody? Who are they even going to grab? I don't understand what they're doing with their wide receivers. I'm looking through all of their wide receivers. All of them have only been in the league for 3 years or less. They have no veteran presence in the wide receiver room right now. And I love that T-Bone's just watching the comments. He didn't even look up. I just look at him.
It just keeps coming. It's great. Hey, we love interactions. We love interactions. Doesn't matter.
Even if it's at my expense.
Now it's at mine too. The other one got me, so it's.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, sweet.
I'm sure somebody else will pop up, and in my face will be there.
No.
So, ceiling for the Packers: 10 wins, 12 wins.
12 is the I would say 12 is the absolute max. Like everything has to go right. Jordan Love plays like a potential MVP. Like
I disagree.
What do you
I think
think
12 wins is actually achievable looking at their schedule.
I
Chicago,
like
I'll
your
just rattle
optimism.
these. Let me just rattle them off quick for you. Chicago, Atlanta, New Orleans, Detroit, Vegas, Denver, Minnesota, Rams, Steelers, Chargers, Lions, Chiefs, Giants, Tampa, Carolina, Minnesota, Chicago. That looks like it could be 12 wins.
If all
That's
things
a
go
really
right,
soft
yes.
schedule.
That is a super
It is.
soft schedule. Your toughest matchups are Kansas City,
Kansas
Chargers,
City,
Chargers.
no. And the Lions. You got to respect the Lions both games.
Well, yeah, I'm taking the division out of it right now. But outside of the division, it's Kansas City, Chargers, maybe the Giants. I don't think the Giants are going to be good. I don't think the Giants are going to be good this year. I think they're going to come back down to earth. But
well,
with the disgruntled Saquon.
I don't know. He said he already got paid. He signed his thing.
Yeah, he
signed a
got paid
one-year
the
deal.
same amount as a franchise tag, basically.
He got signed to a franchise tag, but he got a contract out of it.
Yeah, and the only thing I think he can gain on top of it is like $1 million if he hits like 1,800 rushing yards, 12 touchdowns, and 600 receiving yards, or 65 receptions. That's what it was.
That sounds about right.
So it's basically a franchise tag, but hey, you can get an extra $1 million.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm looking at this and thinking that it's possible for the 12 win. Now I need to see the other schedules because I feel like something's not right here.
Well, okay, but by proxy, because whoever they have to play across, they clearly have to play the South. Like the other teams are going to play those same like soft teams. So,
well, Minnesota starts with Tampa. Minnesota could fuck around and end up 0-3.
Yep.
Tampa Bay should be a win. Then they get Philadelphia. They get the Chargers, and then they should get their first win against Carolina. Then Kansas City. They can be 1-4. They should be 1-4. And then Chicago. Then San Francisco. That is a brutal start to the season.
They could fuck around to be 2-6 real quick.
Well, where the hell did this conversation in this comments go?
Bro, don't.
What the? No.
Don't. You can't look.
No.
You can't look.
No.
You can't look.
That's weird.
Yep.
Cincinnati too. Jesus, Minnesota could end up in last place here. I gotta look at Chicago. Hang on here.
No, Chicago's bad. Don't matter who they're playing.
I understand they're bad, but if they're given cupcakes, they could win more games. Oh.
Yeah, but they won't.
Green Bay, Tampa, Kansas City, Denver. I see 2 wins. I literally see 2 wins, and it's not. Chicago gets swept by the division.
It's so unfortunate Corey's not here because I would love to hear a Bears fans' take on this.
Me too. I thought he would have tuned in at least at some point, and it would be nice to see something other than just YouTube comments for the last 20 minutes. What's hilarious is not. What's hilarious? Yeah, well, I'll agree with that. I will 100%. I'll give him that. But it's more hilarious that nobody on Twitch and nobody watching on Facebook understands what we're looking at right now.
No, they have no fucking idea.
Or me.
Ryan, just have somebody look up the page on YouTube. Have Tori look up the page on YouTube, and she can see all the comments.
Oh my
God. All right, I'll have her do that.
Okay, so final tally after hearing Green Bay's schedule. I think
12 is their top. 9 or 10, I think,
is realistic.
Yeah.
And basement, I would say, is 6. I think 6 would be really bad.
But didn't Rodgers only go like 6-10 his first year?
Yeah.
So I think no matter what, Jordan Love has 2 full years. He went into this offseason pretty much knowing he's the guy. He's the number one. He had the whole time to prepare. It's not like he's getting thrust in halfway. I think 2 full years, and I think that's fair, and then we'll go from there.
They're having conversations with themselves. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Okay. So I'm actually going to switch my answer now that we have done a deep dive. I have Detroit winning division. I have Green Bay coming in second, Minnesota coming in third.
I
Chicago
change the
coming
fucking notes.
What about the notes?
I gotta change them now.
The notes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you keep track of this and see how right and wrong we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet it out. That way we have it.
So before we go on to our last topic, I will give a little bit of a overview of what we're going to do leading up to the NFL season. So we have 5 weeks left until the regular season kicks off, which is Detroit versus Kansas City, correct? Is that the first game? Is that what the first game?
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So Detroit versus Kansas City. We have 4 more episodes after this episode coming up. We're going to finish each division for AFC and NFC. What do you got? My bad. Sorry.
South, East, West.
Yeah, sorry. 3. We're going to do the 3. So we have all this week and 3 more weeks. And then the final week, we're going to do our overview and probably our tier list. Because we actually weren't as bad as I thought we were going to be outside of the Rams. We botched the Rams real bad.
Yeah, that's fair. We also got to we're going to eventually have to start college. Because that first game is the second or whatever.
Oh, we'll mix that in. Don't worry.
Or no, sorry, not the second. That's something else.
When's week 0? Week 0. That's got to be only in 3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks.
26?
26 is 4 weeks. Sorry, 4 weeks. So for our final topic, okay, bye Ryan. We're going to talk about. We're just going to talk about running backs and what the hell has happened over this offseason, because it's kind of. Is it weird? Do we think it's weird what's happened to running backs this offseason?
This isn't this past offseason. This has been going on for the past 10 years.
10 years? I think it's when Zeke got signed. I think that's when everything went into motion, and that's what botched it, is when Zeke got his big contract.
Well, you have to think about, it's been spread offenses for the past 15 years. That's what's dominated the NFL. There's no point in signing a running back to a max contract for so many years, because it's just not part of your offense anymore. It's a change of pace thing now. Yeah. It's like throwing a changeup compared to an 89 mile per hour changeup that anybody can hit out, when you've got a 103 mile per hour fastball that you can just dot. What would you ever throw the changeup for? Outside
one out of every 7-8 pitches, right?
Yeah.
Why don't they?
It's just not. There's no value to it anymore.
So is it like a struggle between the running backs wanting more money or the running backs wanting more years?
But what does it matter? This is their value. What are they going to do? It's already been proven that running backs are going to get cut and you get replacements and they produce just fine. So what are they going to do? Completely stop playing? Okay, fine. I had to just change it. I can't see it anymore.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, but legitimately, what are they going to do? Just stop playing? Okay, now you're completely out of job.
Well, I mentioned it. I had a conversation at work with somebody, and I was like, he was like, what if all of the running backs in the league went on strike? I was like, then you're going to start seeing XFL running backs and USFL running backs in the league. They're just going to take less money because they're not used to making good money because they're in the XFL and the USFL. They will gladly take those positions off of their hands.
Right.
But what is the asking price that Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, Kareem Hunt? What are all these running backs asking for that they should be signed right now? They're still decent. They should be rostered running backs right now. I could go through the league and tell you how many teams need a running back right now. And you are making tabs of it. I know that face. Got to be at least 10 that could use these players right now.
8, 9, 10, 13. So fun fact, we have 30 teams in the NFL, correct?
Yes.
32? 30, 32, whatever.
32. I think it's 32.
Yeah, 15 rushed for over 1,000 yards last year.
Are any of them the players who are not signed right now? That would be Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel
Dalvin
Elliott.
Cook. Zeke didn't rush
That's
for
it?
1,000.
No,
Zeke didn't
I
rush for
don't think so.
1,000. Tony Pollard did.
Well, Tony Pollard's better running back than Zeke.
Yeah, I know that.
Right now.
What do you mean right
But-
now? Tony Pollard is rostered. Ezekiel Elliott
Here
is
you
sitting
go.
at home.
Here you go. Here,
Well,
these
no,
are guys.
I know, I agree, but I'm saying overall as over their careers.
Here's some guys who rushed for 1,000 yards last year. Najee Harris, who everyone was saying was dog shit. Tyler Algier, Ramondre Stevenson, Jamal Williams, Travis Etienne. Like,
Oh, so what's the correlation between
What
a
you
bunch of
just
those
said.
guys?
They're all super young.
No,
mm,
the teams didn't perform that well.
That's also true.
Josh Jacobs.
So
Give me those names again. Hold on. Give me those names again. Tyler, I heard Tyler Algier.
yep.
Falcons suck.
Travis Etienne didn't. The Jags were good.
Jags were decent, but what did they do in the playoffs?
Doesn't matter.
They won a
They're in the
game.
playoffs.
They won a game.
Okay, they won a game, but what's the ultimate goal to win every season?
Okay, but not every team.
Oh, I
yeah,
see what you're talking about. He's going to go the route of whoever the Super Bowl winner is, because I've seen
It doesn't matter.
that graphic before.
I know that. I get it. That's why no one gives a shit about running backs.
It's so dumb. Though.
That's the whole point of the conversation, though. Why don't people give a shit about running backs? Because running backs don't win Super Bowls.
What did Pacheco run for last season?
Just under 1,000.
68 yards.
830.
830. Okay, so he's a solid running back. I know we measure running backs by 1,000-yard seasons, but like a lot of the teams are running back by committee. God, look at what the Eagles did this offseason. They went from Miles Sanders being their number one guy to trading him, or not trading him, letting him go, and the Panthers signed him for $7 million. And now they have 5 running backs in a room that makes a total combined $7 million. 5 players make the same as 1 player for a running back room between 2 teams.
Well, guess what? That doesn't affect the Eagles that much.
No, losing Miles Sanders didn't affect the Eagles that much because they went and
Right,
got
so that's the
DeAndre
point.
Swift, Rashad Penny. They still had those 2
Exactly.
others.
So that's what I'm trying to say is that nobody's going to overpay for a 1-star running back because it's probably the most physical job in the NFL,
Outside
maybe
of-
outside of an offensive lineman.
Yeah, outside of line.
I'm just like Tyler Algier rushed for 1,000 yards. Like you can
That
count
offense
one
was running
anywhere.
back heavy though. That
He wasn't
offense
even
was
their best running
super.
back.
Cordell Patterson. Yeah.
Cordell
Patterson
Patterson
is.
didn't play for half the season though.
But it
Even
doesn't
still.
matter. Running backs do not matter in today's game. They just don't. It's not like what are you going to do? Not play? All right, I'm going to go get a 7th round Isaiah Pacheco and still go to the fucking Super Bowl because I have Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. You
And
don't
there-
need a good running back. You
there
had
is
it for
reasons.
20 years.
See, I think the Saquon Barkley deal actually hurt running backs even more, even further. The only thing
Well-
that you're going to be able to sign is if you want to do something like that, they're all going to be, if you want money, it's all going to be 1-year deals. If that's what you want,
But no, it has to be incentive based. It has to be incentive based.
oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You can have a big number,
an
but you
extra
have to have
million.
it. Yeah. And
You're
I
going to
don't,
sign
I
for
think
2
this is,
3 million, and it could be worth up to 10 to 15 penny incentives.
I'm curious to see who the highest paid running backs in the league are right now.
Derrick Henry,
Aaron Jones.
probably.
No, Aaron Jones just took a big pay cut.
Oh, he did.
Oh, I didn't see that. Christian McCaffrey, 16 million right now. He's the highest.
Yeah, there you go. There's a case in point. Christian McCaffrey, guy can't stay healthy. He's still good, but he's
Well,
getting
he
paid
stayed
$60
healthy
million.
all
Why
of
would-
last year.
Oh, okay, all of last year. That's the first time in 3 years he's been stayed healthy.
So
And-
top
I know,
10.
but
Here's top 10, starting with number 10, Miles Sanders at 7 million. James Conner at 8.4 million. Tony Pollard and Josh Jacobs are tied at 10 million. 10.5 to Derrick Henry. Jahmyr Gibbs is a rookie, is making 10.7. Nick Chubb 10.8. Aaron Jones 11. Alvin Kamara and Saquon are making 11. Christian McCaffrey at 12, and Bijan Robinson is making the most.
That's their isn't that their total? Because Jahmyr Gibbs, his average his salary for the cap is 3.2.
Is that what it was? Okay.
I think it's.
Oh yeah, it's. Bijan Robinson shockingly is the highest paid this year because of how high he was drafted and the upfront money of the rookie deal.
Which I think the Falcons were idiots for.
It's a four-year, $21.96 million fully guaranteed contract, including a 12.97 signing bonus.
The rookie deal is not the problem for the running backs. It's once they've outperformed that deal, they're like, "Well, I want that same money." You're not worth it. You're not going to
get that same money. The second contract will.
The only reason they're getting paid what they get paid right now is where they're drafted. That's why they're getting paid high as rookies. Not because of their production. They're going to probably sign for less after that.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, do these players that are sitting on the couch right now get signed?
Probably at some point because running backs will get hurt.
100%. But I think they're going to have to take a pay cut to do so. I think the Dolphins will sign one of these guys.
They're getting paid zero right now. How much more can they get pay cut? They're not making anything. They're on the couch.
Right. I think the two teams that will still pick up one of these guys, probably not overpay for him though, is the Bills and the Dolphins. I think those are the two teams that are almost guaranteed to pick up one of these guys.
Right, because Nyheim Hines is hurt.
Oh, shit.
No, wrong. He's
hurt.
Yeah, he's
the best ability is availability, and he can't perform his ability.
Well, it's not his fault. It's not like he got hurt because he was playing football. He got hit by a fucking jet ski. Like, that's a freak thing. It's not like saying, "Oh, he's always been hurt." No, he has not. He got hit with a fucking jet ski. It's a freak thing. But
all right,
his value was a backup running back and a returner, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dalvin Cook going to fill that role? No. So
he would fill the starting running back role though. Who's the starting running back for the Bills right
now? They have
his brother. Was it Dalvin Cook's brother still there?
I think it is Dalvin Cook's. James Cook, yeah. They have Damian Harris. Holy shit! They have three. They have one good running back and two decent running back. Damian Harris and Latavius Murray as well.
Oh well, yeah, they're fine.
Right.
Oh, you forgot their number one running back, Josh Allen.
Fair.
And their backup quarterback, Kyle Allen.
Yeah.
They have Josh and Kyle Allen. That's actually kind of funny. You guys got anything else for me?
Nope.
Keep an eye on the trade block.
What is happening?
I'm not even paying attention.
Oh my God. They grabbed my picture now.
Hell yeah. You are now a part of them.
Nice.
Well, and what's hilarious is all of these comments disappear from YouTube after the stream ends.
I'm glad I saw a little bit of it.
I did that. I did that specifically because of what is happening right now. What division do we want to do next? If anybody can chime in the comments for the next, we have obviously the North done, the East, South, and West left. The only team that any of us have represented that we cheer for is the East, and that is the Eagles that I cheer for. But
you don't know my life.
Are you an Eagles fan?
Fuck no.
Then shut
you
the fuck
have
up.
The East.
I do have the East, and so does
maybe I'm a fucking NFC West fan. You don't fucking know.
The NFC West is going to be terrible this year outside of San Francisco.
I said NFC. Thank you.
That's what I said. San Francisco, outside of San Francisco.
Pick it. Pick who's next. Pick your fucking dog shit team.
Ryan, pick a division.
South.
AFC
West.
All right. That's
West
what next week is. The West it is next week. Guys, you can catch us. You can catch us live every Thursday at 7:30 Central Time on Twitch, Facebook Live, or YouTube. I'm kind of curious if these people come back next week because it actually was pretty damn entertaining.
I hope so.
The audio will be available on Spotify, Google Pods, and Apple Pods. And check out the Twitter and check out our TikTok. T-Bone will be uploading some stuff as well. And if you're watching our Twitch, be sure to tune in whenever I myself Gaming for the show or any other games, and T-Bone might be putting out some content on there as well. He has a login as well. Maybe he wants to play some Call of Duty or something. But I want to thank Ryan for guest hosting on this episode. Thank you so much for having by. I'm sure you'll see him again, and you'll definitely see myself and T-Bone in the near future. And we have to get Corey Sparks, and we will pick up the Bears talk a little bit more. But
correct.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of MB3. We'll talk to you soon. We're out, guys. Later.
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 The only thing with the White Sox, I say, they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.